Good morning. It is quite early this morning. It is Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. And most department stores have sales this weekend, which is great. But you know what I'm doing this weekend? I am doing a community garage sale kind of weekend. So I found that there's this neighborhoods that do community garage sales. And so I'm going to go check them out, see if I can find anything good. I got my coffee to kind of kickstart the morning for me. But yeah, let's hope that we have a few people who actually participated. And I'm going to have to drive around to find these because I'm noticing they're very sporadic. So yeah, I'll take you along. Let's see what we can find. And hopefully they're also at good prices. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I just got done. I got a car full of stuff. Very excited to share with you guys. I don't even know how much I filmed, to be quite honest, when I was going to each house. It was almost like a scavenger hunt, even just to find the houses that were selling stuff. It wasn't like a whole bunch of homes. It was very sporadic. So they are driving down each block, seeing if anyone's got anything. But I will say this was a pretty successful trip. As you can see, I did get a big old table that I actually think I'm going to try to refinish myself. I'm going to sand it and restain it because it does need a little TLC, but I feel like it would be a good side table for downstairs in our kind of basement level. But anyways, I will share with you everything I got. And yeah, super excited. This was so fun. I haven't had this fun in so long. Garage sales, yeah, can't beat it. Anyways, let me pop inside, get these things in, and then I will show you all the goodies. Okay, so for the first thing I got, I'm just going to show this in the garage. It's just this table. It's nothing spectacular, but it'll do for now until I find the side table I really want. It was only $10. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly sand it and then restain it. We'll see how good that works, but there's a lot of water damage on top. So I'll try to do that. Good for now. Okay, I got everything back inside. Bear with me with my appearance today. I am very tired and a little under the weather a little bit. But let me show you what I got. So first things first, I got actually these really cool vintage how to paint with oils books. So I got one of flowers, water and weather, clouds, and landscapes. And I looked through them and they were actually pretty good. They really show you kind of a step-by-step of how to achieve, a certain look. So for instance, it shows you how to sketch it and then the steps taken. I won't obviously copy these exactly, but I mean, it's good for reference in some way, especially the clouds one. It even shows you like the palette you need to achieve like a cloudscape similar to that. And again, the steps taken. So I thought these were great. The lady who sold them to me said that she learned how to paint using these, and she said they were great references. So I was very happy to snag these. And what was so cute was when she saw that I was interested in painting, she asked if I would like to take some of her old canvases, because painters know you can recycle canvases. So she had a bunch of small ones. And so I took a bunch of small canvases for free that she was, you know, hoping I could recycle from her. This was kind of the art she was messing around with. But yeah, all you have to do is literally like, some people go all the way and scrape them off, but me, I just paint right over it. So yes, free canvases. I'll take it. I also got something else from her. Hold on one second. Got a bunch of little goodies here. I gotta clean everything off. Let me at least get this. Okay. Hold on one second. All right, I also got these little guys from her because Dan, my boyfriend, his little niece comes and visits us. And if any family member or friend with kids comes and visits us, I thought these were great. I got these for absolutely like nothing. I think they were like $1, and it's the whole family. So I think that's a great deal because these are really popular right now. And yeah, I got them for just $1. So cute little kitty family that I'll have put away for whenever we have kids come over. Okay, I got this for free, and you're probably gonna be like, why'd you get that? But I got this little chair for free, and I thought this would be actually really cute to sit in my garden. So that's pretty much the only reason why I got it. It's literally sticks, so it should be fine outside. So yeah, this is just gonna sit out in my garden somewhere, just as like a cute little decorative thing. I just thought it was sweet. You know, everyone does the fairy garden stuff, so that's what I thought when I looked at it. So that will go outside. And then I also got these. So I thought this was kind of funny. This woman had a booth, or not a booth, but like a garage sale. And I was looking at all the stuff, and it all looked very new. I literally think what they did was they raided Joann Fabrics and then resold them at the garage sale to like upsold them to make some money. I was like, really, lady? Really? Because I recognized some of that stuff, and I was like, you know, I know exactly what you're doing. So I only bought 2 things from them because I thought it was a fair price compared to everything else they were selling. So I got these stamps. And then, you know, these are great to make cards with, or if you scrapbook like I do, these are great to have. And this one was 75 cents and this one was $1. And originally this was $9.99, so $10, and this was $5.99, so $6. So I got a deal off these anyways, but yeah, that's all I bought from them. Everything else was way overpriced. Okay, another thing I got, this was pretty random, but I got this old book. It's called Flower Fables. I looked into it. It actually has some really cute stories. And this was definitely a gift to someone. But I just thought this was actually a really sweet book. It was published in... Oh, is that for real? Yeah, this is an old book. So let me make sure. Yeah, 1854. That's an old book. Yeah, and it has some really cute stories. I love the binding here, so yeah, I couldn't pass it up. Cute old vintage book. Another thing that I got, this is nothing special, but my boyfriend likes green marble, so I thought, you know what, I'll just get some green marble coasters. Nothing special, but I know he'll like it. It screams the 90s, and we're all about the 90s because that's our 90s or 80s, but I think these are 90s, but it screams 90s to me. It reminds me of like the stuff my grandparents had at their old house in Los Gatos. They had a bunch of like green marble kind of stuff. So I know he'll like these, and these will probably sit downstairs as kind of like a casual coaster, not up here in my fancy area, but yeah, I know he'll like these. So those are for him. And then I got this little guy. I thought he would be really cute to put out for like spring Easter decoration. It's just a little tea light with a little bird cage. This was actually quite sad. So I got this from a woman. She had a bunch of like holiday decor and floral decor stuff, and some of it didn't look that old. And I was overhearing her, and she unfortunately had a store that she had to close in February. And they were the type of store where it was like an interior decorating store, and they would help, you know, people decorate their homes for Christmas most of the time. And I think her business was kind of dying down. And when I was looking at her stuff, it was kind of old style, like an older style that I'm not really into. And I think she realized that she wasn't grasping the market anymore, which forced her to close. So I did hear her say that if they ever opened a new store, they would go more contemporary this time. But yeah, she sounded sad selling all her stuff. She said that whatever she didn't sell today, she would try to sell on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. And then if none of the rest of the stuff sells, she was going to give it to Goodwill. So, but I knew these were going to sell because these are really cute. And I see these be bought all the time. So I just thought it was sweet, and I don't know, I'll find a place for it. You can even go in like a bathroom if I feel like it, but yeah. All right, next thing. These were, I actually thought these were just like horns that you can like hang, you know? But then I turned them over and I was like, oh, these are candlesticks. So they're candlesticks. I actually really like these. I'm going to clean them up a lot. They're real brass candlesticks. I'm going to take this off. These were $3. Like together, not $3 each, $3 together. So I thought that was a great deal, especially for real brass. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this off and kind of leave them plain, and maybe put like a velvet ribbon on them instead, and then have these out for Christmas time. But I thought this was a great find. They're really cute. So yeah, I was very happy with that. I have a thing for horns right now. I think because when you go to like actual like vintage antique stores, they're very expensive. So if I can find them cheaper, I will. This is another cool horn. So it's really long. It's actually copper. Like the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing is copper. I thought this was really cool. I thought this would be neat to put along the fireplace during Christmas. I'm also going to change, if I can, I don't know if I can now actually. Oh, I think I can. I thought it was connected, but it's not. I'm going to change the rope and maybe do like a really pretty rope or a ribbon to kind of dress it up a little bit. But this was really cute because I was told it was like a girl who was probably, she looked like she was in her mid-40s. She said this was her dad's horn, and it sounded like her dad passed away, but she didn't need it anymore. She said, though, it was a fun thing for the family to try at parties because she says it actually does blow. If you get it right, she says it actually does blow and make noise. So it is a real horn. But yeah, she said she didn't have much use for it anymore, so it was being sold, but I could tell it was a little sentimental to her. So I told her I would honor it. I got it for $5, which is pretty good for it being fully copper and brass. And yeah, I'm going to dress it up and I'll have it sitting on my fireplace. I'm also going to see if I could clean it up a little bit, because I bet you I could get this. I don't know if I could get it shinier. We'll try, but that would be pretty cool. I bet you there's a way. But I thought that was really cool. A really cool vintage find. Okay, another find I got, which I know my boyfriend's probably not going to really like these, but he's very modern, but I like my house to have a mix of things. So I got these vintage salt and pepper shakers. They're from Japan. And I just love how big they are. They're big and bulky. They feel like restaurant salt and pepper shakers. I think that's why I was drawn to them. I'm like, these look like you could get these at a restaurant. So I won't have them out all the time, but I just thought they were fun. They'll be unique. Definitely clean them up a little bit, but these were $1. So yeah, salt and pepper shakers. Another thing I got that was pretty vintage. I still got a deal on this, but I was a little frustrated with the lady. So I got this. It's like an old feed bucket, like this. And to get real ones, they're actually kind of expensive. So online, they go for $35 or more, depending. But 35 is kind of like the base price that you find these at. They're like old feed buckets, by the way. I think I mentioned that, but just in case. And I went to go ask her how much it was. And she's one of those people, because she had a bunch of vintage stuff. She's a collector. So it was more for her to make a profit. But she was like, well, give me an offer. And I was like, okay. She's like, because these are really expensive. And I was kind of like, okay, kind of expensive, but not that expensive. So I was glad I looked it up before I talked to her. I told her, well, online they go for 35. And she's like, right, okay. So she's like, well, let's do 25. And I was like, how about, I haggled a little bit. I said, how about 20? Just so I didn't disrespect her. But I was like, how about 20? And she's like, okay, I'll take 20. So I got this for 20. And if I sold it online, I actually probably could make a profit off of it. Because like I said, they go up to 35. So they're not cheap. But I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it. She did give me a good idea, because I was kind of thinking, like, what can I do with this? I think they're really cool. I love stuff like this. And she told me, you know, what looks really pretty is when you put flowers in it. And I was like, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put flowers in it. Or I could also probably find something else to do with it. But I just think they're really neat. I even was thinking, like, I could line it, and this could be my basket for when I'm picking all my stuff, like, from the garden. I kind of was mainly thinking that. I was like, this could be a good garden basket for me to pick all my vegetables. So that actually might be what it is. What also would be really cute is to put pumpkins in this during the fall. So there's lots of things I could do with it. Very versatile. I'm not really like a farm kind of country decorator, but sometimes I love stuff like this, because they don't do this stuff anymore. Like, you can't get stuff like this anymore. So yeah, I really like this. It was a good purchase. It says Felco feed. That's what it says right there. So I'll try to take good care of it so it lasts me a long time. All right, another thing that I got, I really don't want to pick this up. So how can I do this? Maybe I will show you, hold on. So I got this teepee. The teepee looks really cute when it was set up. It was set up when I got it. So it looks like this. The reason I got this was, again, we have kids that visit us. So I thought this would be cute to have out when they're visiting. And then at the same time, you know, we hope to have kids one day. And these actually are kind of expensive. I think I got this for $5. So that was a pretty good deal. And yeah, who doesn't like a teepee? I can hold on to this even like past my kids if I ever have grandkids, if it stays nice. But I thought that was a good deal. I could put this, I'm going to wash it, but I'll put it away and then we'll bring it out for whenever we need it. Okay. And now the last things that I'm most excited that I got. This was a shocker for me. I'm not going to lie. And the price I got for these, I was like, for real? Anyway, so for $5, I got this oil painting. And it's in and this is the sticker, but it's in a gilt frame. And it's the ocean. So it makes me think of California. And I just think it's not like gorgeous, but it's not ugly. And I absolutely love it. It's from Chicago, which is really funny. Oh wait, no, I think the canvas is from Chicago, not the painting. I really don't know where the painting's from, unless the person painted it themselves, but it looks vintage. I mean, you could see by how the string is very old, but yeah, I love it. I'm going to dust it, clean it off lightly, but I thought this was such a great find. And I think it would look nice in my house. Look at how nice. It just dresses up your place a little bit. And I love a good gilt frame. I'm all about it. And speaking of a frame, I couldn't believe I got this either. This blows my mind. I can't believe they were selling this. And I got this for like $2. Another gilt frame. That it's just a frame. There's nothing in it. So I could literally put my artwork in it if I feel like it. But I thought this was an awesome find as well. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So, and it's in good shape. It just has a tear a little bit in the back, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm going to have to get back there anyway. So I'm going to have to like redo it. But yeah. How exciting. I'm so excited. But yeah, those are my finds. Sorry, I had to put my sweatshirt back on. But that is it. That's all the things that I bought from the garage sale. I actually think this is a pretty good haul, in my opinion, especially because with garage sales, you got a mix of kind of junk. I hate to say it, but yeah, junk. Also, there was a lot of baby stuff, which is pretty great for parents. I unfortunately don't have any kids, so it wasn't really things that I could use. But overall, yes, great haul. Super happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next time. The next video will be while I'm on vacation. So should be a good time. Anyways, see you guys later. Bye.